Prepare for chaos now. This is the prophecy of a Christian Orthodox elder, an abbot, concerning the current events that are very quickly happening in our world today. Russia has ordered a large part of its troops to stop advancing. Sources say a major missile event will take place soon. 2 days ago, the NSS, the National Security Strategy, released a document with which essentially declares war on any nation in the world that does not submit to the rules-based order, quote unquote, that gives the United States complete global hegemony. Quote, within an hour of the document being published, NATO announced that it would proceed with an exercise with nuclear-armed bombers flying over Europe, end quote. Now you can see how quickly things are advancing, and we're talking about nuclear powers here. Now this is obviously going towards what we see in the end of the tunnel towards Armageddon. Now, I pray something changes soon, he said. I'm praying for divine intervention because only this is the only way we will survive what the psychopathic, misanthropic New World Order have planned, he says. The Ukrainian counterattacks have weakened the Ukrainian military as they have had to sacrifice a staggering number of personnel and vehicles. Now their forces are depleted, and in fact, it is the perfect time for the Russians to launch a surprise attack behind today's battle lines, and this which is exactly what they plan to do. Now let's remember yesterday the big news was the fact that the Ukrainians are not paying Starlink satellites of Elon Musk for the use of these wireless communication devices. Okay, they have no way to talk to each other in most parts of Ukraine without the Elon Musk Starlink satellite systems. And Starlink says, well, we can't give them to you for charity. It's costing like what? I think it would cost $500 million for the year, and they're asking the U.S. Defense Department, the Pentagon, to pay for Ukraine's use of Starlink satellites. Otherwise, the service will go bye-bye. Now, so that's a problem there too. Now, most of Ukraine's forces are on the southern and eastern fronts. And of course, that means that the west, where Ukraine is the capital, is probably left not properly defended. So most of Ukraine's forces are on the southern and eastern fronts. This may be exploited by Russia with a strike on Kiev already. Russian troops are being sent to Ukraine's border with Belarus by rail. Why are so many Russian troops being sent to Belarus all of a sudden? Are they going to sit there and do nothing? Of course not. This is what the elder is explaining. He says, the president of Belarus, Alexander Lukashenko, has confirmed that a large number of Russian troops will arrive, and Russia has supplied its troops fighting in Ukraine with fuel, with shipments last month reaching the highest level since the invasion began. Why does it suddenly need so much fuel? Are they planning something? Oh, so they need fuel in order to, because we know that even fuel and electricity is gone in Ukraine. People are going around with bikes. From some comments that I got on my videos, people are said that they saw social media videos with people running around in bikes because they don't have fuel anymore. So Russia is supplying its troops with all this fuel, and maybe they're going to use it for transport, land transport into the western part, which is the capital, Kiev. Who knows what's going on? So the elder says, Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov said on Tuesday that Moscow was open to talks with Western powers. The State Department was quick to shoot down any notion that there could be peace talks, meaning the idiots who rule the world are out to destroy the planet to achieve their ultimate goals. Events are running very quickly. The Russian Armageddon general orders total extermination. NATO bombers are on the alert. Nuclear exercises in Europe. New weapons package from U.S. to Ukraine. Bank of England, global financial collapse is imminent, they said. Collapse of the global banking system will lead to uncontrolled panics, riots, etc. They need the economy to collapse to bring us a new world order. Bank of America CEO Bailey tells people they have a few days to sell everything. What does that mean? Of course, this leads to massive panic, but it's all part of the plan. They need the economy to collapse to bring us the new world order. And the writer says, the elder told me that in addition to Ukraine, we should watch Poland, the Middle East, the Eastern Mediterranean, which is, of course, what's going on now between Turkey and Greece. And Turkey says it's going to invade Greece. We have the USS Bush in Crete. It's an aircraft carrier. And the U.S. ambassador to Greece says Greek might and American power. Of course, the Turks didn't like that whatsoever because the U.S. is going to protect the Aegean. When I first came to Greece, tens of years ago, I met a man, which was nothing really special, that he didn't stick out. He was just a normal person. Normal looking, normal height, normal everything. And we exchanged business cards. And you know what he says? He says he was the director of the North Aegean Petroleum Company. I said, an American company. And I said, does that company exist? He said, yes, we own all the oil in the Aegean, he said. So the oil in the Aegean is not Turkey's, which is Russia's ally. It's United States oil. Okay, so that's why they've got their aircraft carrier in Crete to protect that oil. Now, going back to this, the elder told me that in addition to Ukraine, we should watch Poland, the Middle East, the Eastern Mediterranean, the Black Sea, and the Caspian Sea. The pandemic, COVID-19 vaccines, lockdowns, lies, and deception were designed to terrorize, force people to learn to obey and accept what they were being told. And also vaccines were dangerous to many. The growing famine in Asia and Africa will, he said, exterminate a billion people, but all this will not have very quick results, so they lead humanity to a world war that will kill billions, he said. They are in such a hurry that they don't care what the people have to say. Just think that the UK government, which is in huge debt, is spending another £25 billion a year to send bullets and bombs and weapon systems to Ukraine to ensure that the war will continue and escalate to the point where Russia will be forced to drop nukes. The concerned but brain-dead citizens cannot realize that they are just pawns in a game of deception and control. They cannot understand that the war in Ukraine has led to food, fuel, and fertilizer shortages, resulting in the destruction of the world's economy. Millions will lose their jobs and millions will lose their homes. The real cost will be Africa and Asia, where hundreds of millions will starve to death in the coming months, and this will be deliberate genocide, according to Vernon Coleman. Now, we Greek Orthodox Christians, this elder is a Greek Orthodox Christian, Abbot. He said, we must understand that no country is going to help us in this war. Our hopes are only in the Holy Trinity, in the Heavenly Father and His Son, and our God, Christ, in Our Lady, and the archangels, and the saints of Christ. So I've translated for you from a Greek article. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. This is the prophecy of a Christian Orthodox abbot and elder saying what the plan is. Please leave your comments. Thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support, and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.